Okay, so now let's move into my mascaras, eyeliners. A lot of this is going to be just chucking things because a lot of stuff in here is open and old and just needs to be thrown out. So it's just a matter of I haven't actually gotten around to doing it. This is just me doing it and I'm just doing it on camera. So I have a mascara over here. This is Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers mascara. It's a colored mascara, purple. I think they come out with these for like Halloween. I bought this because I was like, oh, purple mascara, cool. But I don't remember being particularly impressed by this. I think the formula was kind of dry. And, you know, obviously with it being such a dark shade, it didn't really show up all that well. So, yeah, but I mean, like, this was open and definitely is quite old. So, obviously, because it's from Halloween. So I am going to throw this out. So I just grabbed a bunch more mascaras that I'm also going to be throwing out. This is the Laura Geller Glam Lash Dramatic Volumizing Mascara. I believe I got this in a set that my mom got me. I actually really enjoyed this mascara. It did exactly what it said it's supposed to do, which is volumize. It didn't really add that much length, but I loved using this as like a layering mascara with other mascaras because it definitely added a lot of volume. I probably wouldn't repurchase this at whatever the full price is because it's probably like a $20-something mascara, but if this were ever on sale, I'd buy it. In fact, I would have said that, you know, if Ulta had this on sale like for 21 Days of Beauty, which I could see them doing, I'd get it. But I think Laura Geller is no longer sold at Ulta if I'm not mistaken. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of this because I actually used this up. Like it's pretty much gone anyways. So this is trash. Then I have this L'Oreal, what is it, Lash Paradise Mascara. Everybody seemed to love this. I didn't quite care for this. I think it's because my tube of this was just quite dry pretty much most of the way throughout. And I mean, I had this for maybe a month or two before I actually opened it because I don't like to have too many mascaras open at the same time. Which is why like literally some of these I'm showing you are like I finished them up and I just never threw them out. So I had it for a month or two before I opened it. So I don't know if maybe it just like dried out in the tube, but I've never had that happen to me before with a mascara. Like I know they say that can happen, like mascara is drying out, but I've never had that happen, especially with one that was just like, it was only sitting around for like a month or two. It's not like it was sitting around for years until I finally used it. So I don't know. I don't know if I just had a bad experience with this. I got a bad tube or if it's really just that dry. I'd try it again in the future, maybe like if I could get it at a decent price, but definitely was not impressed by it. And I did finish this. It was really hard because it was just so dry towards the end. So that's that. And then I have like these 3 mini mascaras that need to be thrown out. This is the Smashbox Full Exposure. I actually have a full-size version of this open currently. This was old and I honestly can't even remember what I thought about it. So yeah, I'm going to be throwing this out. The one that I have that's open now, the full-size one, I feel like it probably has kind of dried out a little bit. So I still don't even really fully know my thoughts on this mascara, but this needs to go. It's old, it's trash. Next, this is the Julep Length Matters mascara. This I had for a while before I used it, so this also could have been one that dried out, but I remember this being really dry and I hated the wand on this. It was like one of those really terrible, like super hard plastic bristle wands. So yeah, this was not fun to use anyways, and I'm gonna get rid of that. Lastly, this is the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. This also is empty. I did enjoy using this though. It's a little bit messy. Well, not messy. It's kind of a wet mascara, which I think everybody says that, and it is definitely. So if you're not into those types of mascaras, you wouldn't like this. But clearly I've had an issue with, I guess, getting mascaras that are too dry. So this one was a nice change of pace. This definitely gives lashes kind of like a clumpy effect, but I don't know, I liked the effect that this gave. This is not a mascara that I would buy full price either, but you know, if it was on sale or if I had the option to get more of these like deluxe samples, I would not turn the opportunity down. Okay, I think I have grabbed the last of the mascaras in here. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original in the shade, is it just Burgundy? Yeah, it's Burgundy. I bought this not too long ago, so this hasn't been open for too long, so I am going to hold on to this and keep using it. This formula is just okay. It's nothing spectacular. I definitely don't get a ton of volume from this mascara, as the name suggests. And as for the burgundy tone to it, I do think that it actually does show up pretty well. as well as something, again, this dark could show up, especially on me with the color not being as high contrast on my skin tone than, you know, somebody who is lighter, but it does show up pretty well. It's just the actual formula is kind of like meh. So I will continue to use this until probably it's gone or almost gone. And then last up, I have these MAC mascaras. These are old, I need to throw them out. I did pretty much use these up as well. I really liked these, and I'm so sad that I think MAC has discontinued this one, which is called Zoom Lash. I loved this one. If you know of a mascara that's similar to this, or if you know that MAC makes a mascara now that's similar to this, please let me know. The brush on this is really nice. It's a quite sizable brush, but it's kind of like got a tapered shape to it, and I don't know, I really liked that. It was really convenient for kind of coating my lashes, and then the sort of tapered effect made it really convenient to use this towards the inner part of my lashes. So I really liked this mascara. So again, if you know of a similar mascara, then definitely let me know. And then this one is Upward Lash, which last time I checked, MAC was still making this, but I don't know, MAC may have discontinued this since the last time I checked. But this mascara I also really liked. This has an interesting brush as well. This is like a kind of like small teensy weensy brush, but this was really great for getting into like the inner parts of your lashes and like just lightly coating the bottom lashes too. So this to me was mostly useful for the brush. I really liked the brush on this, so if I could perhaps get this on sale, I would also probably buy this again. Now let's get into the liners, which there's just so many here. Okay, so for some pencil liners, I just went ahead and grabbed some, and I'm just gonna kind of go through these kind of like wave by wave. So first, this one right here, this is the NYX Faux Blacks liner in the shade Oxblood. I am going to hold on to this. This is one that I use pretty often. I haven't had it for super long. And it's a pencil liner, so you know, sharpen it down and everything like that. But I will go ahead and swatch it. It's a really pretty, as the name suggests, Oxblood color, so like just a nice deep rich red. And I feel like even today it's still hard to find brands that do these types of colors. So the fact that you can get this type of color from a drugstore brand I think is great. And the formula on these are really nice. I think they go on really smoothly and they last on the waterline, at least on my waterline. I will say I don't have particularly watery eyes, but for me they work really well. So I'm definitely holding on to that one. I went ahead and grabbed this one, which is the other NYX Faux Blacks liner I have. This is in the shade Blackberry, which is just a dark blackened purple. So again, this one is a little bit newer. And I kind of use this in lieu of a black. I don't really have many black liners. So a lot of times I will just reach for this in lieu of a black, and it works pretty nicely. So I'm going to hold on to that one as well. This next one is a Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer in the shade 27 Ripe Plum. I remember I bought this accidentally thinking it was a lip liner, one of their lip liners, and it was not. So I mean, I guess I could have used it as a lip liner. I know a lot of people did that kind of thing, but I just never really got into that. So that's the color. It's very similar to Blackberry, except it's actually maybe a little bit more noticeably purple. Well, at least it looks that way to me. I feel like on camera it actually looks darker than the NYX liner, but there's no point in me holding on to both of these, and this one I've had for much longer, and this is not, you know, this isn't a pencil that you can sharpen. It's just like a twist up one, and I just feel like, I don't know, I just kind of feel better about keeping pencil liners longer just because you can sharpen those and basically you get like a fresh pencil. And this one, yeah, like I said, I've had it around for a while, so I should probably just go ahead and get rid of it. Next up, I have another twist up pencil liner. This is the Maybelline Master Drama Studio liner, and this is in the shade Sapphire Strength. So it's going to be a blue jewel tone liner. I think this has a bit of a shimmer to it. Actually, it looks quite matte. That is a really gorgeous color though. Like, it's very gorgeous. Okay, so that actually does have a shimmer to it. I couldn't see it from this angle, but when I held it up to the light, it does have a shimmer to it. Let me kind of like turn the lighting up so you can see. So hopefully you can kind of see the shine that it has. but it's a very rich blue. It's like, it's both rich and vibrant at the same time, which I love colors that are like that. It's a very pretty color, but I just haven't reached for it. But again, I haven't reached in this drawer at all. I think I'm gonna hang on to it. I really kind of want to hang on to it. I think what I'm going to do is just like use my spatula, like use my makeup spatula, sanitize it with some alcohol, cut the top of it off, and then spray it with some alcohol and use it. I think that's what I'm going to do. And you know, I haven't, like, this isn't one that I've reached for a lot, so it hasn't been open a ton, but I do know I've had this for a while. But I'm gonna hang on to it. We're gonna see if I actually get around to using it, and if not, then I will get rid of it. But that went on really, really smoothly. It's not dry whatsoever, so and it's so pretty. I wonder if they still make this. A lot of this stuff I'm like, do they even still make this? But that's really, really pretty. Next up, I have a liner from Mally. This is their Evercolor Starlight Waterproof Liner, and this is in the shade Black Navy. I used to use this a ton because, again, kind of in lieu of black liner, it definitely is a Black Navy. Like, it definitely has that blue tinge to it. And it was really interesting to me sometimes because sometimes I would be wearing extremely neutral looks, and I'd pop this on the waterline and I could tell, like, I could see the actual navy in it, even though when you look at it, you're like, oh, well, that just kind of looks just like a black. So this is a pencil liner, so I will hold on to it. I actually do really like this formula. I just will need to go ahead and sharpen it. So that's probably something I'll do after this video. I won't bore you all with the details of me sharpening and then sanitizing my products, but I am going to hold on to that one. Okay, so next up I pulled a couple of silver ones. This is one I had in that initial bunch that I pulled, and I remember I had another silver liner. So these are two like silver or charcoal colored liners that I have. This one, they're both from Ipsy bags because I probably would never buy a silver colored eyeliner. This first one is from the brand Starlook in the shade Topaz, and then this one is from Pacifica, and it is in the shade, does it have a shade? Gunmetal. So this is in the shade Gunmetal. Let's swatch these and see what they look like. Oh, this is really, really bright. Oh, that's really pretty. It's quite foiled looking, actually. So that's that one. Wow, that is really opaque. And this is a pencil liner, so that's a plus. The Pacifica one is also a pencil liner. And again, this is the shade Gunmetal. So that one's a lot darker, as the name kind of suggests. Gunmetal. Definitely not as bright as that Starlook one. Just the thing is, I don't, like, when am I ever going to wear a silver? Oh, that is so pretty though. I feel like I could use this as a base, like an eyeshadow base. I'd be much more inclined to do that than to use this as an actual liner, you know? And it does have, even though it's, again, it's a pencil, it does have a quite creamy formula. It doesn't feel dry whatsoever. So I think I'm gonna get rid of the Pacifica one because that one is like quite boring and dull, but the Starlooks one, I think I'm going to hang on to that one. This is another Ipsy product that I got long ago. This is by the brand Skone Cosmetics, and this is the Luxe Doubler Eye and Lip Pencil. I thought that was interesting that they were marketing this as both an eyeliner and a lip pencil. I didn't want to use that for both though, because that just seemed a little bit unhygienic. So I decided to use this as an eyeliner because at the time, I don't even think I had the NYX liner at the time. I don't think the NYX liners existed at the time. So this was the first time, my first time coming across a sort of like an eyeliner in this sort of like deep, rich, reddish burgundy color. And I remember thinking too, that why don't brands do this type of color? So that's that one, and there's that NYX one. I probably should have swatched it next to the NYX one for comparison. They are quite similar. The NYX one is a little bit more red. This one almost has more of a berry tone to it. You know, I'm gonna hang on to it because I really love red liners. But again, this one, I mean, I have used this one. It definitely looks like it's looking a little dull, so it needs to be sharpened, but I'm gonna hang on to it because it's red liner, and like, how often do you see that, you know? Next up, I have a few liquid liners. I probably should just get rid of these all by default because I don't really ever use liquid liner. I just never got into the whole winged liner thing. And I think if I ever did do winged liner, it probably would be with gel liner. I think that's how I would feel more comfortable doing it and feel more in control. So I probably should just get rid of all of these, but I will go ahead and swatch them. This first one I have is from Jessie's Girl. I think I got all of these. I think I got in an Ipsy bag, and then this one, which is a Soap and Glory one, I think I got is like it's a full-size liner, but I got it as like a gift with purchase or something. So this Jessie's Girl liner, I think I remember hearing people talk about this brand and this liner being a really good liner. I don't know if this brand exists anymore though. Let's see. I mean, it's nice and it actually does still work. I mean, I guess I'll keep it around. I'll keep it around for like practice purposes, but yeah. This is the Soap and Glory one. This one is also black, but I think this is a felt tip liner, I think, and that Jessie's Girl one is a brush tip. And I feel like I probably would be more inclined to use a brush tip. Yeah, this is like way too thick, I think. And this smells like permanent marker, honestly, which is weird. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this one. This is a liner from, oh, Nicka K. This is from Nicka K. I have heard of that brand. I know you can find Nicka K in like beauty supply stores, but this is a shimmer eyeliner. And does it have a shade name? Yes, it's just called Green. Very creative naming. I mean, yeah, that's pretty, but I'm never gonna use that. And this brush feels very like rough. So gonna get rid of that. And then lastly, I have this one from the brand Cella, and this is the eyeliner pen in indigo blue. Oh, I just almost want to keep it for the name alone because I love indigo things. But this honestly doesn't even look like indigo. That's just a straight up navy blue. So there it was right there. I mean, it works and it is a pretty color. Okay, I'm gonna hang on to this one again, just for like practice purposes. So I found a Rogue mascara and I knew this one was in there. I just couldn't find it the first time I combed through for mascaras. And it probably fooled me because it is a very thin tube. So kind of looks like it could pass for a liner type of product. But this is the Wet n Wild Skinny Mascara. This is another one that I have used up. I did enjoy this mascara. I didn't think that it really added that much, but that's not even really the reason I bought it. I bought it because I really liked the wand on this. I thought this would be really great for, you know, using as something to kind of comb through my lashes and then also maybe coat the bottom lashes just a little bit because I don't really like the look of bottom lash mascara, at least not that much, just because I feel like, I don't know, they can look kind of spidery on me. But this one was good to add just a little bit without going too overboard. So I would buy this product again just for that. I would say if you're looking for this to add like a lot of like color or volume or length, then you're probably gonna be kind of disappointed. But as like a mascara to kind of go over mascara that you've already put on and to kind of again comb through the lashes a little bit, it works pretty well for that. I mean, I guess I could always use a lash comb, but who actually uses lash combs, you know? All right, so I went through, pulled out some more liners. This first one that I have here is from the brand Skone. It's the Luxe waterproof liner in the shade Navy. If I'm not mistaken, this is either finished or almost finished. Is it? Oh, never mind. It's actually like, I still have a lot left. Actually, yeah, no, never mind. I still have a lot left. Oops. But this is also from Ipsy. I used this quite a bit. And again, it was like one of those liners that it is really nice because it looks black, but then when you have it on, especially depending on what colors you're wearing it with, it does, the navy and it really does come through. Maybe even more than on the Maui liner. I don't know, I just feel like I've had this for such a long time though. I could do the same thing that I did with that, that I'm going to do with that Maybelline liner and just like cut the top part of this off and just like spray it with alcohol. But I don't know, I feel like this one has just been used a lot more, you know? So I think I'm actually just going to get rid of it. Next up, I have this Lorac eye pencil in the shade Plum. And this is a really pretty color. I got this on sale, I remember, and I was like, oh, this is so nice because it actually shows up as purple. It's not a black and purple, like you can actually tell that this is purple. So I really do like this color. And this one isn't like super old in my collection either, so I am going to go ahead and hold on to this one. The next one I will swatch is another Lorac eye pencil. This is a mini one, and this is in black. I want to say this one gave me some trouble. Yeah, this one is dried out for whatever reason, which is weird because I'm pretty sure this one is technically newer than the purple one that I have. So that's just going to get thrown out because it's dry, which sucks because I really like the purple one. So I imagine if the black one wasn't dried out, I'd probably like that one as well. This is a liner that I didn't use this up. This kept breaking off. This is the Tarte Inner Rim Liner. I thought this was such a genius idea because this was, okay, there's still a little bit of it left. Okay, maybe this is another one where there's actually a lot left. Let me see. Okay, yeah, there's actually quite a bit left, but here's the problem I had with this liner. It is so dry that, okay, now it won't even go down. What? Oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, I just broke off another large chunk of this because it wouldn't, whatever was left in here, or part of what was left in here wouldn't go down. And that's probably why I thought it was finished, because it just stopped rolling up, but there apparently is more in here. It got stuck and it's really dry, so every time I tried to use this, it would break off. So I think this is a great concept, like a really thin, skinny liner, but this was so dry, it was awful. So that's gonna just get thrown out. This is another Tarte one that I think had a similar premise. No, this is just a regular liner, but it is kind of thin. This is really cute. This is Sex Kitten. I just really like the packaging on this. This is a deluxe liner, so it looks like a little cut off liner. I don't know why, I just think that is so cute. And this I opened not too long ago. There's not a lot in it, as you can see, so this I should actually even be able to use up pretty quickly. I think I'm gonna throw this in my purse actually, because this will be good to have just if I wanted to apply liner on the go. So keeping that, but gonna put it in my purse. And then I have the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Liner. This is in the shade Voodoo. I think this was an Ulta birthday gift one year. This is the only Urban Decay 24/7 pencil that I have. This color is not really my jam. It's like a shimmery purple, not something I'm likely to wear, and even that Maybelline color just was like a little bit richer. This is kind of dull, to be honest, so I think I am going to get rid of this. It's also kind of patchy. It's really not the best quality, to be honest, and I mean, I'm not knocking the 24/7 formula. It perhaps is just this shade or the shimmery shades. I've never really been a fan of shimmery or glittery eyeliners especially, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. Next up, I know I have some other Tarte ones that are really old. This is the Tarteist Double Take liner, and this was basically a two-sided liner. This is another thing that I got as like it's a full-size product, but I got it as a gift with purchase. So it's two-sided. On one side you have a traditional pencil liner. This actually is completely used up. I used this up. And then you have a liquid liner on the other side. So the only reason I would even hold on to this is for using the liquid liner, and this is a felt tip liner. Yeah, see, this to me just seems too thick. I don't know. I'm so bad. Maybe I should just watch some like tutorials or something, but I feel like my eye shape is not conducive to doing wing liner, if that makes any sense. So I did hold on to that Jessie's Girl one, and that one just seems like it would be more my speed to try to use. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this Tarte one. And I also have these pencil liners, which are, these are really old school liners from Tarte. These are their Skinny Smolder Eyes liners. I feel like I have another one somewhere else as well, but these are the only two I have right in front of me. These are Azurite Green and Purple Garnet. So I did get quite a bit of use out of these when I first had them, because they were the only color liners I had for a really long time. Well, I won't say that. I did actually have like a couple of like teal and jade colored eyeliners from like the drugstore, but these were like the only higher end ones that I had. So this one, like I said, was Azurite green. Really pretty, like jade green color, and basically matte. So I really do like that, but I don't know. This is the shade Purple Garnet. This one is a more shimmery one for sure, I know. It does have glitter in, which I just said is not my favorite formula, but I do remember that I liked this one. It's just kind of like a bronzy, brownish color. It is pretty. I could hold on to these because they are pencil liners. So again, sharpen them, spray them down with some alcohol. I'm gonna hang on to both of them for now. I think realistically I would probably get more use out of the green one, but I'm gonna hold on to the Purple Garnet one as well and just see how I feel about it. I wanna give it a try before I decide to just throw it out. Another liner that I forgot I had in here, this is a Revlon Color Stay Liner in the shade Jade. And I remember I got this on a whim at Target, but this just looked like such a cool green shade. And it really is a really pretty, like warm tone, like foresty jade green color. I turned the lighting up a little bit, so hopefully you can kind of see it. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it as well, but it's just a really pretty jewel tone color. And this one I haven't had for too long, but I definitely need to use it more. But yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this one. Oh, this is one that I forgot to talk about. This is the Maybelline Master Kajal in, well, I guess it's just black, right? Onyx Rush, whatever, it's a black liner. So this is a, as you can see, it's a Kajal style liner. It's a pretty thick, chunky liner. I don't actually use this on my eyes. This is also one that I've had for years, but I do use this for Halloween, actually. It's actually, I think for like the past 3 years in a row, or like out of the last 4 years, I've used it like 3 times for Halloween. So I think for that reason, and I've used it for like just, I guess, face makeup more so, which again doesn't happen often, but I think for that purpose I should actually hold on to it. So I don't actually use this on my eyes again anymore, because this is really old, and it's one of those liners that's like completely just like, you know, exposed. But yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it. I don't even know, again, this might be something Maybelline doesn't even make anymore, but it's fine. It is totally fine. I also have a couple of brow products that kind of snuck into here. Well, I shouldn't say snuck into here, because I did used to keep my brow products in here, but these two are definitely going to be leaving. This first one is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. This is actually one that is, again, a product that I've used up, and I held on to this tube to remind myself to repurchase this because I did really like this product. I thought that this was very, very comparable to the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I never tried the NYX Micro Brow, which is another one I've heard people talk about being a dupe, but this I think definitely lived up to the name of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. The only thing is I know that obviously Anastasia has the benefit of having a ton of colors to choose from, whereas there definitely aren't as many colors to choose from the L'Oreal line, but mine is in the shade Dark Brown, and I found that this worked really well for me. So I would repurchase this. The problem is Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz is a product that I feel like it's been really easy the past couple of years to find it on sale. So I've just been stocking up on it every time it's been on sale. In fact, the last time it went on sale, I didn't even buy any because I already had too many backups. So I was like, okay, clearly you don't need to buy any more brow products for a really long time. So this is on my list to repurchase in the future if I ever run out of Brow Wiz and Brow Wiz doesn't go on sale for the foreseeable future, because this to me worked just as well. But for the time being, I do have quite a few backups of Brow Wiz. And then this product here was just terrible. This is the Revlon Color Stay Brow Pencil, shade Dark Brown. I absolutely hated this. The shape of this is just really, really weird and funky. I think I bought this thinking that hopefully maybe it would be kind of sort of a dupe for Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, like the thicker brow pencil that they do, because at the time there weren't any drugstore brands that you could find doing that same type of shape. There were definitely higher end brands doing that same kind of shape, but no drugstore brands. And so I thought maybe this could be one, this could be it, but no, this is not it. This is not it. So I'm gonna get rid of this. It's just like extremely waxy, just a terrible, terrible, terrible product. And the shape of it is really, really weird. It's kind of like, it's not triangular like Brow Definer is, it's kind of rounded, so it just, the shape of it just didn't even make sense either. So this is going to leave my collection. Even the spoolie on it wasn't good, and it's just like, just nothing was good about this product is basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, these last products I have, I'm definitely not getting rid of these. These are the Shiseido Kajal Ink Artist pencils. I bought these more recently, and I really, really like this pencil. These are actually marketed as being a liner, a shadow base, or a cream shadow, and also a brow product. So it's supposed to be like this multi-purpose pencil. I actually have 5 of them. The one that you don't see here is a dark purple, very similar to that NYX one that I showed earlier in Blackberry. That one is actually in my purse, but it's basically the same color, so you don't need to see. I'll swatch these that I have here though. So I have a white one in the shade Kabuki White, which I bought this specifically because I wanted to use this as like a base for other eyeshadows. I used to have NYX Milk. In fact, NYX Milk should have been in here, but I probably threw it out because the cap on it was broken, and so I just didn't even, you know, I couldn't really use it anymore. But I bought this, and this has, I've used this I think once for that purpose, and it worked well, so I need to definitely use it more and remind myself to use it more. So hopefully now that I've cleared out some space in this drawer, I will kind of, it'll be kind of more front and center. This next one is 04 Azuki Red, and this is just another like deeper red toned one. Really beautiful, and I like the shape of these because they definitely are a little bit thicker than the NYX ones, or just traditional liners in general, so you definitely can use these more easily as like a base. Next up I have 06 Barodo Green, and this is a deep green color. You can see how much deeper it is next to like that Revlon one over here, but it's very pretty and still very obviously I think green, so really, really nice color. And then lastly, the other one I have in front of me is the shade Lilac Lotus 02. So this one is really pretty. I don't have anything like this. It's a really, really pretty like cool tone pinky liner. It's very, very pretty. So these I often forget that I have, and I think maybe because I have them in this palette and sometimes they get buried under other stuff. I did try to alleviate that problem by putting them kind of more on display, but I don't know if I should leave them like that or take them out. But these are my, and excuse my pronunciation, but I'm gonna try my Linda Halberia Mood crayons. Oh gosh, that's probably terrible, but these are what they look like, and this is a really beautiful, like, it's weird to call it a palette, but kind of, yeah, like a palette of eye crayons. You even get a nice mirror in here, and so like obviously it's really beautiful to kind of present them in this, but maybe the more practical thing to do would be to have them amongst my other eye pencils. I don't know, but I will go ahead and swatch these because I know that I think this is like the product that stood out to me the most from the brand, so I'll go ahead and swatch them. This is the Yellowiness in the shade Happy Mood. This is the one I think I have kind of tried, but this one I don't know how I feel about it. It's a little bit patchy, but it definitely it shows up very nicely and it's smooth. So sometimes these types of liners can be dry, like especially colorful ones, but these aren't. And I have some ColourPop ones too, but I think those will just get their own video because those I literally just got like a couple of days ago. This next one is Likeable Mood. This is an orange one, so that's really interesting. Next I have Anger Mood, which is the red one, and that is beautiful, and I mean it is a true red. The next one is Calm Mood. This is the one that I remember being like the driest out of them for some reason. Yeah, this one actually kind of drags a little bit. I don't know why, but it is a very nice true green, grass green color. And then there's Cool Mood, which is the blue. And I just really like having these sort of like primary matte color eyeliners, but I don't know. All right, I'm gonna put them amongst my other eyeliners and just see how I feel about that, you know? Okay, I've gone ahead and organized my drawer a little bit. I'll show a close-up of it in a minute, but I, of course, forgot a couple of things in the chaotic mess that was going on in here. So these right here are the Tarteist Clay Paint liners. I have a black one too, but of course that's nowhere to be found at the moment, but these liners I actually have used. And I think I may have mentioned earlier that if I was going to use or do a winged liner, I would feel more comfortable using like a gel liner type of product with like a brush. And these are products that I have used for that purpose, and I don't know, I have so much more control doing a winged liner that way if I'm going to do a winged liner, which again is pretty rare for me. So I will hold on to these just to play around with them and use them for winged liner on the rare occasion that I feel like doing winged liner. But yeah, these will stay in here as well. Also, what snuck away from me was this unopened Ulta Beauty gel eyeliner pencil in black or blackout. It's unopened and it's a black pencil, so I'm going to hold on to it because why not, you know? And then I also have this Bobbi Brown retouching wand. This is actually something I got on Haute Look. It's in the shade Deep. I imagine that this is a product that's probably been discontinued, which is why it was on Haute Look. And the purpose of this is supposed to be a product for retouching. So this actually probably should go in my purse or my makeup bag because it's a retouching product, and obviously I come over here when I'm doing my makeup, so I wouldn't need to be immediately retouching my makeup. But I'll go ahead and swatch what it looks like. It's a little bit dark, but I can make it work. Yeah, so that's what the product looks like right there. So I'm gonna go throw that in my purse. And by the way, I did decide to go ahead and hold on to this liquid Gossamer highlighter. So yeah, I'm gonna try that. I actually did compare this to the highlighter that's in my Shop My Stash, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow, and the shades were quite different. So I'm gonna hold on to this and see how I feel about it. So this is the complete box of stuff that I'm getting rid of right now. Underneath this stuff is a bunch of the concealers that I got rid of earlier, but I am going to sort through this and see what's like trash and then what can possibly be passed along. Obviously all of the like eye stuff, the mascara stuff, like the stuff that I just decluttered now, that's going in the trash. But like I said, there are concealers and stuff underneath here that could be passed along. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good weight of stuff to kind of finally be getting rid of. And this, my friends, is what my drawer is currently looking like. A lot more manageable. As you can see, I even have space for some extra concealers, which is crazy. I also did move a couple of things around. Remember, I took that NARS concealer out and I just put it in my drawer with my eye bases, and I also took that MAC color correcting thing out and put it again amongst my other products of that same type. But yeah, this feels pretty darn good, and in the coming weeks I'm going to be decluttering quite a bit of the rest of my collection just for a preview of what is to come. If I continue going along in this acrylic organizer that I've been working in, I will also get down to my blushes, my sort of like bronzer and contouring type of products, although among those I don't know that I will get rid of a ton. Also, on top of this acrylic organizer is another organizer that houses most of my foundations, so that's something I need to kind of go through as well, because I know I just have, again, weird bottles, empty bottles kind of just hanging around. So yeah, that basically wraps this declutter up. If you're interested in seeing more of these, definitely feel free to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it as well. But either way, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!